Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and we're back in Orlando at the PGA Merchandise Show, the 2020 edition. Well, as you can see from the banners behind me, the winds have picked up. And yeah, it's a little chilly. Not as chilly maybe as back in the Northeast, but it's always a pleasure to make our annual trek to Orlando and the PGA Merchandise Show. Now, coming up on today's show here at Demo Day, we're going to catch up with our old buddy, Chip Beck. You remember Chip, three-time member of a U.S. Ryder Cup team, finished second one year in the Masters. So we'll see what's new with Chip. Plus, we'll sample some of the product lines always on display at the PGA Merchandise Show's Demo Day. From chilly and windy Orlando, it's all coming up next on Inside Golf. Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirsttphiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
And welcome back to Inside Golf here at Demo Day at the PGA Merchandise Show in windy Orlando. You know, Pitch Fix has been around. It's a product mainly that started off helping you fix your ball marks on the green, but this is a new product. It's called Aqua Brush from Pitch Fix. Here's how it works. You take this cap off, and then you can spray on your golf club, on the face, and then brush off any dirt. Keep those club faces nice and clean. It's called Aqua Brush from Pitch Fix. One of the spokesmen for Pitch Fix is our old buddy Chip Beck, and we caught up with Chip here at the Merchandise Show. Well, my old buddy Chip Beck is back here. It's a little colder than it was last year. Chip, how you doing?
It is cold.
Trying to get warm, right?
You know, this is Orlando. This is really unusual.
What are you up to these days? I mean, well, you know, with the state of golf, you're not competing anymore, okay? Unfortunately. I mean, here's a guy that shot 59 in a tour event, folks. He's been on 3 Ryder Cup teams. How tough is it, you know, to see time pass and be in a situation right now in your life where you're not competitive anymore?
Well, when I got off the tour, it probably took me about a year to get over it, thinking, oh, boy, I got to get up, got to practice, got to do this and that, you know. And I spent so much time trying to, from the time I was 10 to 50 years old, 60 years old, really trying to be as good as I could possibly be. So, you know, it's no more sleepless nights over golf, which is great.
I got you. Let's talk a little bit. You're here for the Pitch Fix people. Yeah. We were here talking about it last year. Got a new product in Pitch Fix world or what?
Well, they have the Greenkeeper Pro, which is really great. They've retooled it all, and it's very durable. It's for the superintendents, and it's long, so you don't hurt your back fixing the ball marks.
Okay, you and I, before we started this interview, you were talking about how maybe today's younger players aren't really taught the etiquette of the game, and when it comes to rules, the rules of the game like they were when you were coming up.
Well, I think that's a fact. You were taught from day one, you don't cuss and scream and you don't dig up the greens, and it was just part of the game. It was a big part of the game.
And when it comes to the rules, if anything happened back in those days, that person had to pay the price.
Well, if you did something, an egregious act like moving your ball or doing something improper on the green, you're out. You could be out for life.
And all you have to do is do it once, and you got that reputation.
If they got it on TV and you're moving your coin 10 feet close to the cup, you're out. You're out for life, and that's happened.
Right.
So,
Chip, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Warm up.
Yeah.
Pitch Fix, you'll be out there with all the new tools. And, man, how close have you come?
Best company in the world. They do a great
How
job.
close have you come to shooting a 59 since that day a while ago?
Oh, I've shot some 61s, but that's it. That's a freak accident when that happened.
I do it on the front nine. Hey, always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break from Demo Day and catch up with Jeff Surratt, and he's with Mike Bowman and Ed Harris of Valley Forge Tourism.
Thanks, Harry. So we're here at the PGA Merchandise Show once again. Ran into a couple of Pennsylvania rock stars, Montgomery County. We have with us Mike Bowman and Ed Harris from Montco Golf and Valley Forge. So what's going on this week, buddy?
So we're just excited to be down here in Florida this week to see all the new things happening in golf for 2020. It's really exciting. We're coming off a record year for hotel packages for our golf packages. So we're looking to build on that momentum this year.
Right. Michael, why don't you talk a little bit about what we can see new in Valley Forge coming up for 2020?
Oh, great question. There's so much happening in Montgomery County right now. Between potentially a major golf, spectacular, experiential facility coming to the market. We can't say who it is.
Quite a tease.
But it's a tease. Our 100+ miles of trails. The Valley Forge Historic National Park is about to go complete a $15 million renovation. And of course, shopping. Between the King of Prussia Mall, the outlet shops, the small town shopping, the breweries, the distilleries, Montgomery County is on fire.
That's fantastic. So, Ed, Montco Golf has really taken off. Obviously, you've been a great partner of ours and our PGA professionals in the area. This year we have the KPMG Women's PGA Championship coming to town. Why don't you talk a little bit more about Montco Golf and what we can see coming in the season?
Absolutely. From the Junior Tour partnership with you all the way up to the best of the best in the world coming to the region has been huge for Montco Golf, starting with the BMW Championship a few years back. The KPMG Women's coming this spring is very exciting. And being 18 miles right outside of Center City, Philadelphia, and having 53 awesome golf courses to pick from, and the addition of the exciting new facility that Mike mentioned coming very soon, you can understand why we continue to run out of our popular Montco Golf Guide that I have with me today, which will come out in May of this year.
That's fantastic. So, we're getting all the news from Montgomery County right down here in Orlando. Obviously, always great to see a couple of our partners, and we'll throw it back to Harry.
All right, stay right there. There's plenty more to come from Demo Day and the PGA Merchandise Show right here on Inside Golf.
All the information there that you need.
This winter, when you make your weekend in Montgomery County, you'll make history. Make believe. Make the rounds. Make a statement. Make your head spin. Make a splash. Make some noise. Make it neat or make a mess. Just be sure to make room for a little more. This winter, make your weekend with $350 in discounts and $99 hotel deals. Make it Montco.com and make your weekend.
Welcome back, Inside Golf at the PGA Merchandise Show's Demo Day here in Orlando, Florida. If you watch golf on television, our good folks at the Golf Channel or any network, you're going to see the top-notch technology of Top Tracer, where they tee off and you can follow the flight of the ball. you can't watch golf anymore without expecting to see it. But now the technology of Top Tracer is available to you on a driving range. That's right. You can watch the flight of your ball, the apex, how far it runs out. And it's brand new from Top Tracer. Ben Sharp is with Top Tracer. Tell us what's available now for individual golfers who don't have to watch the pros use Top Tracer.
I mean, I think when you used to be watching TV, sometimes it's difficult to see a white ball in the white clouds. But using that technology, we've now been able to take it to driving ranges and golf courses where people can hit balls and they can see how they do. I mean, sometimes driving ranges have been a pretty dull experience where people are bashing balls and they don't really know what's going on. Now you can either have fun where you can play games closest to the pin, long drive. You could play virtual golf on Pebble Beach or St. Andrews and just have some fun. Or you can practice and see your numbers, see the gapping in your shots, and that helps you be a better golfer.
And it becomes individualized because I can go, say, to a club or a range that has this technology available, download it onto my cell phone, and go home and watch it.
That's
and
right.
see how good I am.
Yeah, and you can share it with your friends and see, look how good I am, or you could show it to your PGA Pro and you can say, well, how can I get better? Because you've got all the information there that you need. But really, our purpose is just about more. Getting more people to play more golf more often and finding a way to do that. We've done that with our TV broadcast, and I think it shows, and why people are showing more traces on TV. We're now going to do that wherever you hit a ball. We believe technology should be there to help you enjoy the game more.
I saw you before we started this interview sitting around talking to some folks. Are they from different clubs, or what's your audience down there? Who are you talking to trying to expand the growth of Top Tracer?
Well, that was actually quite a lot of the world's golf media, and it was just to thank them for the last 12 months for sort of talking about our message. You know, we've had nothing but positive vibes from what it is. We've seen that from the feedback from our ranges. If you just look at social media, you see how the people using our technology are really engaged and really enjoying it, and they've helped sort of amplify that message. So.
Right. You know, it's a wonder. It should take off in other sports, I would think. I don't know if you're technicians and programming people are thinking about baseball or football, anything. I mean, I'm surprised it hasn't already picked up where golf started with Top Tracer.
Well, I think so, and I think there's opportunity to do that in the future, but we want to master something first, and we want to get this right, and then we'll move into different things. But I think, you know, our Top Golf Entertainment group has other assets. There's a Swing Suites product, which is screen golf, and you can go and play American football or baseball or hockey in that. At the moment, with Top Tracer, we're golf. We're going to master that. We're going to be the leader in that, and then we'll move on to other things.
Well, if I could only master my golf game, that would be great. And if Top Tracer can help, that would be better. Ben, always a pleasure.
Harry, great to see you.
Well, we're over at the Wilson staff location here at Demo Day. We're talking about golf balls. In particular, the latest from Wilson, it is the Duo Soft Ball. And here to explain what it's all about is Dr. Frank, well, I call you Doctor, Frank Simonuti. He's Director of Golf Ball Innovation for Wilson. Frank, what's the big thing about this Duo Soft Ball?
Okay, this is the new Duo Soft Plus. This is the next generation of the Duo. The Duo's been around since 2011 and has always been about soft. What we've done with this ball and what's different is we've adjusted the core chemistry to make the ball faster but not harder. We've changed the core. Basically, we put in an additive. Best thing you call it is steroids for golf balls. So we pick up roughly 1.5 miles to 2 miles an hour off the driver. We're still a low compression ball. We're still 35. We're still the softest feeling ball out there, which we find most golfers prefer. And we're the lowest spinning golf ball out there, which is great for most players because it reduces hooks and slices and lets more people hit more fairways.
You know, the key words there were most players, because all the time when you hear about golf balls and what it can do for the average player, a lot of times maybe the average player isn't always hitting the right ball. Am I right on that?
That's absolutely correct. There are companies out there that will tell people that everybody should play the tour ball. Now, no fitter in the world, no reputable fitter would ever fit an average player into blades. So why would a ball that's meant for the tour pros be meant for most players? Tour balls spin significantly higher than a two-piece ball. Spin is the enemy of a lot of average players, especially off the tee. It magnifies hooks and slices. All the spin in the world doesn't help you if you're in 2 inches of rough. A low spin ball off the tee is going to hit more fairways, and you're going to get more distance just from landing in the fairway. not to mention the fact that the ball is long in its construction. Further, on a full swing, on full shots, these balls are going to spin as well as any two-piece ball out there. You're going to hit greens, you're going to hold greens. You're not going to roll off the back. But the lower spin rate helps you stay in the fairway, and the game is much more fun in the fairway.
I was going to say, the game is much more fun, period, if you're hitting not only the right clubs, but hitting the right balls, and this is what the Duo Soft is all about.
Absolutely. I truly believe that every player should play the right ball, know what you need and what you don't need. And this ball is a great ball for most golfers out there.
Well, we always run into somebody from the Philly area here at the Merchandise Show and on demo day. Look who it is. Looking good in his shades, Bob Doria from Medford Village. You know, I wondered, what's a guy like you, a golf professional, big shot at Medford Village, what do you do down here?
Well, basically, it's a bit of a social hour for us. We get to meet up with a lot of the reps from the different companies, get to talk to some of the companies that we may not see the reps during the season, and every so often we find some new products that we'd be looking to bring into our shop.
How's everything at Medford Village getting ready for the 2020 season?
Everything's fantastic. We have the Gap Mid-Am coming this year, as well as hosting one of the Philadelphia Section PGA events. The Jack Jolly Golf Pride Championship will be held at Medford Village this year, and we hope to have a lot of our PGA pros in the section out for the event.
Well, always good to see you, and good luck in a busy golf season, it sounds like, at Medford Village.
Thank you very much, Harry. Looking forward to it.
All right, stay with us. More to come from Demo Day, but next up on Inside Golf, it'll be our Teed Off panel.
I think he could have popped. You know, McCord's made for the AT&T.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues. We still have the holidays here at the Bluebell Inn. Glad you could join us now for the Teed Off panel. Joining us on our panel from right down the road at Bluestone Country Club is Chris Gardner. He is the head professional. Glad to see you again,
Thank you
Chris.
for having me.
All right, hope you had a good holiday season.
We did, thank you.
Jules Quinones is from the Golf Association of Philadelphia.
Yes, Harry.
And Jules, you look rather dapper in your Gap vest. Looks good. Joe Logan, he's got an old logo.
No.
That's okay. With Talamore, okay. All right, we were up there to see our buddy Lou Guzzi every once in a while, but Joe's from myphillygolf.com. CBS is getting ready to start its 2020 golf schedule, and they're going to have some new faces, new voices, as they have no longer got out there on the golf course. Gary McCord, 30-some years. Peter Costas, probably 30 years or better. And they're gone. They're going to add Trevor Immelman and his brother. I don't even know his brother's name, but Trevor, I know, won the Masters. Frank Nobilo is going to have an expanded role. And they're even going to have Michelle Wie, at least during the Masters and some other big events. What do you think of the changes? First, what do you think about McCord and his buddy Costas out?
Well, I'm not going to miss Gary McCord at all. I know he's got a lot of fans, but to me, he was funny, but everything he ever said just felt a little too rehearsed and written out and practiced. I felt like he had several lines that he wanted to get in, and he was just waiting for the right time to drop them in, even if they didn't quite fit the situation. Peter Costas, actually, I liked. I thought he was pretty good. Some of these new hires, I'm not quite sure what Michelle Wie has done to deserve this.
She's been around a long time.
Wonderful young woman, had a decent, great to good career, but to be a broadcaster, the one I question more is Davis Love.
Oh yeah, Davis Love, I forgot to mention him.
You know, he's, to step in, to do that job, you've got to be willing, ready, and able to criticize, in his case, friends of his. You got to, you know, I think Brandel Chamblee would have been a good hire, but I like Brandel Chamblee.
He doesn't hold back too frequently.
He does not, and he knows what he's talking about. Davis Love is a nice guy, a smart guy, but is he going to say all that stuff? Immelman, he's, and his brother, okay. I like Frank Nobilo, he's good.
Right, and Frank's had a lot of experience working with Golf Channel and an NBC,
Yeah.
I believe, and then CBS, and yeah, he does a nice job. He's not going to maybe come out with the Brandel Chamblee over the top maybe criticism, but he'll get it out there, and you'll know that maybe what somebody's doing, according to him, isn't the right approach. Jules, you got any thoughts on the new lineup?
You know, I guess they're trying to get younger, you know, to grow the game and get a different viewership.
Davis is, young. I mean, we may think of him
50s,
as being young.
Right, but I mean, maybe the PGA, they're looking at a different strategy as far as the network is concerned. Gary McCord, he is funny, but you're right, it is very scripted. That you brought that up, you really did nail that. That's very true. And Peter Kostis, he's just a constant professional, so I always like listening to him. But
right.
When I evaluate,
Which of the additions, I'll ask all of you, I think I got your answer, but Jules, which of the additions you say, wow, that's kind of strange?
Trevor's brother, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't get where that
He's
came
been doing some golf. South Africa, and he's done some European stuff, and he's been on in the States too. But that would stick out to you as being like, why?
Well, I mean, it's the brother tandem. That's why it was just like peculiar to me. And then Michelle Wee would be.
And Davis Love's got a brother too, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
He's a caddy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think. Whatever. All right, Chris, jump into the pool here. What is your reaction and what you think? And
well, I'm a touch younger than the rest of the panel today, but still, these are some of the voices that I grew up watching. CBS Sports doing PGA Tour coverage. I certainly recognize McCord and Kostis, Faraday. So some very familiar voices, even in my generation, are now leaving. And as sad as that's going to be for your average viewer who recognizes the voices, I agree with you on Gary McCord. Me personally, I would have liked to have seen maybe certain teams do certain events. I think you could have popped, McCord's made for the AT&T Pro-Am. Let him have all the jokes he wants during the Pro-Am, but I think there should be a variety of different maybe viewerships watching for certain commentators. And Davis Love was a shock to me. Not maybe the biggest shock, but he comes off dry to me. And supposedly the reason they made the changes, you could listen to whatever you want, but the telecasts were getting stale. And they just wanted to change. Okay, that's fine, but I don't know Trevor Immelman's background that much other than his Masters victory. Mark Immelman, I don't know him at all. And Frank Nobilo, I do. I like him from the Golf Channel. He's been doing it a long time, but it's kind of a peculiar timing to do it. I know the departure wasn't pretty for those two gentlemen, but
right.
It seems bizarre. Now I know there's television rights up for grabs, and maybe CBS is trying to broaden their chances on that, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
The thing that struck me about it, and you kind of touched on it, is that you lose a guy like McCord who had a different persona than anybody else out there. And Kostis was good, and especially good at analyzing swings and the slow motion looks and all that stuff that they introduced. Who's going to do that, or are they going to drop that? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to come up with Gary McCord's one-liners? Trevor Immelman? I don't think so. Who's going to go into the swing on the slow motion? Maybe, is it going to be Davis Love? I don't know. And will he be as good at it as somebody like Kostis, who was a pretty good instructor in addition to being a player and all that?
I think Davis Love could potentially grow into the job, but it's almost like he's too nice a guy to rip
Grow a
into
mean streak. That's what you're saying, right? Davis has
he
to
admitted himself. He's still got a playing schedule to look through too. So he's still playing as well as, and so his mind will be on the job when he's in the booth. But you got to admit, he's still vying for some big money on the Champions Tour and even on the regular PGA Tour.
Would you be available if they decide midstream to?
The money's right.
Okay, there you go. Joe Logan, myphillygolf.com.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, Jules, Joe, thank you. We'll be watching CBS. We'll be watching. And we'll be back in just a moment with Inside Golf. Stay with us.
Located in Bluebell, just a short drive from Plymouth Meeting, Bluestone Country Club offers a setting that's close at hand but feels like a world away. Bluestone offers a championship caliber golf course, practice facilities including a large driving range, separate chipping and putting areas, and a staff of PGA professionals. At the Country House at Bluestone, you'll find excellent food, superb service, and an outstanding setting. Their expert staff will assist in planning your next event, whether it's a wedding or simply a luncheon, dinner, or cocktail party. Check out Bluestone's variety of membership options. Much more than a golf course, Bluestone is a community.
When you think about your future, you have dreams. You want to succeed. That means achieving your goals, both big and small. At Citadel, we want to help you get there. We believe that success is achieved with the right plan, the right people, and the right determination. We're committed to your success, her success, and their success. Talk to us about how we can help you reach your goals. Citadel, banking with one focus, you.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Hope you enjoyed our conversation with Chip Beck and the folks at Top Tracer, as well as Wilson Staff, releasing a new golf ball. And next week, we'll be back here in Orlando at Demo Day, taking a look at ways to relieve joint pain. Nothing worse than playing hurt out on the golf course. And you can't be too overprotected from the sunshine, especially here in Orlando or anywhere for that matter. And we'll look at a product line designed to make sure you don't get overexposed to sunshine. I'm Harry Donahue at Demo Day, reminding you no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next week from Orlando and the Merchandise Show right here on Inside Golf.
Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. 54 courses, 300,000 yards. Check them out at montcogolf.com. By the First Tee of Philadelphia. The First Tee helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit thefirstteephiladelphia.org. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life. And by Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. By the Haverford Trust Company. Quality is in our DNA. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia Section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf. Take time to thank your local PGA golf professional.